Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are trying a vegan cheese from This Cheese is Nuts. Now recently I have put in an order for a load of second-hand books off eBay. And yeah, thought I'd try a vegan cheese. Now to be fair, when this book arrived, pretty good condition. So I don't think it's had too many previous owners. But I took it into work today and I came across this recipe for a cashew brie. Now I know it's weird talking about vegan cheeses whilst I've got an actual cheese right there. And to be fair, how these vegan cheeses go, as I was looking in the book, this is probably the easiest and potentially the cheapest one in there. Because these vegan cheeses aren't cheap and they're all nut based, so yeah, here we go. So this cheese alone, which is gonna result in a cheese about this size, I could probably have made like 2 or 3 kilograms of actual cheddar for. And there's a lot of these cheeses that require a lot of extra weird stuff, such as supplements and things, where I'd have to spend like £8 on a packet of supplements to make a cheese. Right, anyway, so for this we need 2 cups of raw cashews. Now I've got raw split cashews because they were slightly cheaper. I'm trying to save as much money on this recipe as I can. A 1/4 cup of unrefined coconut oil. Now I've got organic cold pressed virgin coconut oil, so I'm hoping that's good enough. I need 3/4 cup of aquafaba. Now we've played with aquafaba before. That is just the liquid that chickpeas or garbanzo beans come in when they're canned. And half a teaspoon of Himalayan salt. Now I do actually have Himalayan salt, but I'm not sure I can quite be bothered to grind it. So it might just be flaky sea salt. But to start, we want to lightly oil your pan, so I'm going to do that in a bit. Then drain. See, this is what catches me up. Drain the cashews. Now, my cashews are dry, so first hurdle. Yeah, just 2 cups of raw cashews. First step, well, second step, drain the cashews. Alright. In the picture of a Vitamix, now you will, if I cover more of this book, she does name drop a lot of like high-end products. I have generic smoothie maker. You'll place the cashews, the aquafaba, the salt, and the coconut oil. So we want 3/4 cup of your aquafaba. Now 2. Yeah, so that conveniently from 1 can did actually get 3/4 cup. How useful is that? And then we want 2 cups of raw cashews, which I think works out around about 280 grams. I'm not entirely sure. You can tell they're raw because they're a little bit bruised, but I'm sure they're still good. Yeah. How am I going to get that in there? I didn't think this through. Right, but okay, by book. So that's 1 cup. It's 2 cup. Right, so that's giving us 218. There's about 110 grams per Can we have some raw split cashews still? I don't know. Then I'm going to grab me flaky sea salt. Now, I do believe high fiber chickpeas in water. And I can't remember if this actually contains salt. Yeah, it's a minute amount of salt in there. I think it's just the natural salts. So just add in a pinch of our flaky sea salt. Now I have seen some smoked cheese recipes in there. And I was like, oh cool. I want to start looking at smoking my own cheeses. But the smoked cheeses in there just use smoked sea salt instead of smoking your cheeses. So she's alright name dropping Vitamix, but it's not alright smoking salt. Ooh. Should probably have heated this up in some warm water, eh? So we want 1/4 cup of this. That's not too bad. Now I know with coconut oil, it does soften at room temperature. So yeah, like granted, with this recipe, the coconut oil I can use for many recipes. And I think possibly coconut oil we can actually use for seasoning cast iron pans as well. So, I mean, beyond this recipe, the coconut oil has use. Right, that is a hefty 1/4 cup of coconut oil. Ooh, actually I want to put a little bit in there. Maybe a little bit more. Some on the spoon. So I'll grease that. And then now I've packed it in a cup, I've got to get it. Oh, ta-da! There we go. Now there's a little bit more in there. And now we have to blend this until smooth. Now I don't know if you can like over-blend it, because I know you can make nut butters by just blending nuts. Oh, this is this is gonna be something. Right, excuse the audio. Right, I think that's pretty smooth. So it's not quite Vitamix standards, but have to excuse that one. Right, now this is a loose bottom mold as well, so hopefully that's not going to be an issue. Hopefully it's going to be thick enough to not leak out. But then again, I suppose actually if we're coating the bottom with coconut oil, it might fill in the little gaps, make it a little bit more airtight. I doubt it, but we can dream. Just gonna have to stir my rice for my dinner quickly. As once again, it is a work night, so I'm currently actually cooking dinner. So drain the cashews into the pitcher. Process on medium, using the plunger to evenly distribute the mixture. Yeah. Gradually increase the speed. Well, that thing only has one speed. Transfer the mixture to the prepared pan, smooth out the top using a rubber spatula, and cover with round parchment paper cut to fit the pan. Dehydrate at 90 degrees Fahrenheit for 24 hours. Then transfer to a refrigerator for a further 24 hours. So, ooh, that is... Give that a little taste. I mean... I don't really know what I can say. It's cashews and coconut. Alright, do I have a spatula I can use? That's like, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But is it brie? The best part as well in this recipe is you need to dehydrate it and then chill it, and then you can put it in a hydrator. No, a humidifier, that's the one. For a few weeks. But you've got to rub it with salt every day, or every other day, to stop black mold forming. So, I don't have a humidifier. In fact, I have quite the opposite. I have a dehumidifier. Because my flat has enough dampness in it. Without purposely making it damp. Right, that's thick. I mean, like, as far as what I can tell, it is smooth. Also, dear work people, if you ever find this video, told you I was going to do it. Joke's on them, they're eating on Friday. Oh, there she goes. The problem is I've got to find a plug. The conversion plug. Now it does say to put this in a 4-inch round tin. And this is just over 4 inches. This is a loose bottom, like mini cheesecake pan, basically. I have noticed I am spilling some of this. I am also getting it all over my fingers and thumb, trying to get it in. Yeah, a little bit better. A little bit rougher looking, but a little bit better. Right, so we want to stick that in the dehydrator for 90 Fahrenheit. So I've got to work that out in Celsius. And I've got to find a plug for the dehydrator, because it's a Danish plug. But we'll be back in 24 hours with this thing. Alright, we are back for a quick impromptu pre-work recording of this. Let's turn off there. There we go. Right, this is the Vegan Brie. Now, yeah, I'm not expecting miracles. Excuse me, crashing around. Yeah, I'm not expecting miracles from this thing, but yep, she's turned out. Okay, let's see. There we go. Oof, so I messed that up a little bit. In fact, actually, that will be my taste test. Okay. Hello, morning toast. It's not bad. Is it brie? No. Is it coconut and nuts? Yes. Could you wrap it in brioche and bake it? Probably. Would it melt? Probably not. Although actually, the coconut fat in there, or coconut oil, will probably make it melt. But she ain't Brie, but she ain't bad. Will I make it again? Possibly not. Yeah, it's not terrible. And she does recommend putting it back into like a humidifier. But I was kind of hoping, like, you see on the top, it's got like the crust on it. If I flip it back over again. It's got like a crust on the top there. That was from sticking it in the dehydrator. But it's not got that like all the way around. So, yeah. I don't really know, because I'm not hating on it, but I mean, it's just nuts, and it's nuts, salt, bean juice, and coconut. So it's not terrible, but she ain't Brie. Let's just put it that way. She ain't Brie. I was going to take a small slice. Actually, that's what I might do. What I might do. I have my toast. Let's get a chopping board. Let's do it on the vegetable one, because it's vegetarian, vegan. That was a weird noise. Like, she cuts quite nicely. How do I... there we go. So yeah, it's just grey. I don't know why my body is making some weird noises after tasting it. I have a funny feeling this is going to be like coconutty peanut spread. Yeah, like it's not anything to write home about. It's got some little paprika balls. Once again, it's not caviar. It is paprika balls. Spicy paprika balls. Yeah, it is what it is.